Hello Stamper, welcome to Francie's video. I'm France Martin, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And today I'm going to show you the partial circle here. Excuse me. I got this card here from Carol, and I shared that on my blog, and I promised I would do a video on how to do the circle. Well, to show it better, I didn't put nothing in front, so then you can see. So I'm going to do this one, but it's the same thing. She adds some banners. So she had 3 banners. So you just cut your banner this way and then add your flower from the botanical set. This is soft sky and then crumb cake at the bottom, but you have to do your circle. She could have done just the top and the bottom, not to worry about the center, but I'm going to show you how to do from the start to the finish. Please note that most of the stuff that I'm using, it's while supplies last. Like our circle framelit that I'm using, the framelit circle collection, these are while supplies last. Yes, we're going to have a different one coming up, but they're not as this size. They're like in between this. So I absolutely love this one. I would say if you don't have it, if it's still available, go for it. So we're using number 3. What I mean by number 3, I always start counting like when you read a book from the left to the right. So 1, 2, and we're using number 3. I'm going to bring the big shot here. And I don't need the position plate. So I'm using the magnetic platform, a clear plate. I need one more clear plate here. And I'm using copy paper. This is just copy paper. And I'm cutting 2 at a time. I cut it in 4. So let me lift you up a bit more. Here we go. So I cut my piece of copy paper in 4. So I'm going to have a few extra one. I just put it right in the center. And then I'm going to come and roll this through. And that's it we need with the big shot. Uh-oh, my battery's flashing. So let me pause this here. Okay, I'm back. I just switched the battery. Like I said, we're done with the big shot. That's the only thing you need the big shot for. So let me remove this. And why did I cut 2? It's just to have a spare one. So if I want to do more project, I had 2 in my hand. Okay, now we're going to take, I'm just going to do 1 layer. Like hers, it's 1, I get something itching in my throat, 1 layers. And here I did 2 layers. And I'm going to tell you why I did 2 layers on this one. It's because I used the regular cardstock. And when you sponge and stamp on regular cardstock, a lot of time it's shown on the other side on the white one when you put it in the light. So I said I'm going to cut it and remount it. Well, this time I thought before I started. So I'm using the white heavy cardstock. Here we go. So this is the white heavy cardstock. We're going to cut it at 4 1/4. So we're going to cut on the long way at 4 1/4. Now, when you get a heavy cardstock like that, it's important that you're going to use you're going to score it. If you don't have the score on your Simply Score or something, score it. It's going to fold much nicer. So I put this at 5 1/2 and score it. So it's right in the center. Now I'm done with this. And you're going to see when you fold this, it don't crackle or do those split and that. I know I get a bone folder here. Going to really increase that good. If you see sometime your blade it's getting dull or whatever, if it get rough on the edge, just take your adhesive remover eraser and rub that on the side, and that's going to take care of that. Voila. Now I'm going to take my mat that we cut out. Let me bring another piece of scrap paper here. That is important paper. It's a receipt. Now we're going to take this here. And the reason why I like copy paper instead of cardstock, it's thinner and it's easier to blend right at the edge. It don't leave a weird side. Now decide where you want to put it, right in the center, more up, down. Decide how much you want on the side. So I'm going to go about this way. I like to open my card when I do it, in case if it's just move it. Sometimes you're going to push, it's going to move a bit. That way it won't matter. So I'm going to put that there. I'm using Soft Sky, Sarah San. I thought I had crumb cake. Sarah San going to do. And Pierre Pizzazz. So I'm going to start with my Sarah San. And that's going to be right here in the bottom. And the Sarah San, it's for the, like the dirt. And you can start on the scrap paper so it's smooth. So I'm just going to blend that a little bit. Even if you get place darker and lighter, that's perfectly fine because it's the grass or the dirt and it's not all one color. Now I'm going to come with my Pierre Pizzazz. And I like sometimes just to dip it here so it's not so, this ink, it's not... It's time to ring my ink, so I don't have to worry about it. Sometimes, you know, if you get your ink that, if your pad, it's kind of new, or you just re-ink it, it's going to leave a big chunk of ink, and you don't want that. So I'm going to finish that about there. And you're going to go on top of each other a bit, because they have to blend. Now I'm going to use my Soft Sky, and that's very light blue. So, and I just re-ink it. So I'm going to, oh, no problem. You know what? I see here on the side, oops, be careful you're not moving that. I then went right on the side here. Let me, here we go. Now I'm going to take this, oops, make sure you hold this. See, I put my finger one there and one over here, so I secure that paper tight. And then I just going to blend that. And you can go very gentle or darker, lighter, depends what you want. Et voila. See, you get your half circle. Not half, it's, I would say, about a quarter. Make sure you don't have dirty finger. Here we go. Now I'm using a stamp set that it's while supplies last too. I had a few stamp sets that I left out when I check all my retire stamp that I wanted to use one more time. And this was one. It's the Saran Silhouette. We're going to use this because I wanted more manly card. And you could take your marker and have the two-tone, but I'm going to show you something different here. I'm using Wild Wasabi. You're going to see I've been using quite a bit more Wild Wasabi. It seems I just discovered this color, and I love it. So I just saw I put some on the side there. I want to make sure that when I stamp, it's not... Here we go. And that's a brand new ink pad. So let me test that here if it's, yeah, that's plenty. When you just open an ink pad, it's very more ink, so you have to be careful. I'm using the chocolate chip. It's two ways you can do it, and I'm going to show you both ways. So you can take this and see where the trunk is and go in the brown, okay? And then you're going to wipe your marker on the side. Make sure you don't leave green there and it's blend all together. So I just did the bottom. I'm going to do the rest freehand. So I'm going to take this here, stamp that right here. Voila. Okay, now you can see the trunk here. It's in the brown. I think you can see. Or you can take your marker and all the little line there, this is where I like just the marker to come after, because they're very little and it's hard to do it on the stamp. So this way I barely touch my paper. You can do the bigger piece of trunk right on the stamp, but when it comes to the little branch, this make it much easier. You can control it more. And then I'm just gonna go here. So I just keep on looking at my image and see where the trunk is, and then come the trunk and the little branch. And then a little bit here. I mean, that's not a must. And then I can take the brush there and where it was thicker and just barely touch it. Et voila. You're going to think, oh, well, why going through all that trouble? Just trust me, the camera don't pick a lot of that. Because when I was done and it was just in the green, it was like, this is, something is missing. And when I added the brown, it was awesome. Now, we're going to use a greeting. And in this set, it's no greeting, so I use the greeting in a sheltering tray, still on my other desk there. And we're going to use Thinking of You. And this set here, you're going to see, oh my goodness, this set been loved more than once. Let's put it that way. This set been used over and over. And I use Thinking of You, and I kind of like the Thinking of You because it's can go for any occasion. I did this one and I got some blue there. I must have had blue on my hand. I did this one in crumb cake. It was not enough, so I'm going to do it in chocolate chip. I don't have my ink pad here, so I'm just going to use my marker. So sometime if you don't have your ink pad, if you get the marker, well, use it as your ink. I'm going to take this, put that right here. Voila. Simple, simple, and a clean card. So now you're going to say, well, that's very different compared to Carol. Yes, because Carol had get all the bell and whistle. I mean, she got the linen thread, the flowers, the banner. So you can step it up and do it that way, or you can have it this simple here. So this is it, how you do your sponge with the, partial. Just remember that you can go as start lighter and you can add more. Like her, she just used two colors, the crumb cake and the soft sky. This is it, my friend, for all your Stampin' Up product. Visit my blog at FrenchieStamps.com. I appreciate your business. Have a lovely week, and I will see you back soon.